we all have to agree that Rigathi Gachagua and William Ruto are no longer political allies. They're done. And we have to agree here that now in Mount Kenya region, it's 95% out of William Ruto, just 5% remaining, particularly those who are hoping that now the coming of Kithure Kindiki as the deputy president is going to make things better for them. Probably the percentage of the people who are allied to William Ruto might go high depending on how Kithure Kindiki is going to perform as a deputy president from the Margin region and the deputy president of Kenya. So I've been following closely what William Ruto is doing and what Rigathi Gachagua are doing. And this video here, I want to critically talk about some of the things that I've noted latest from what Rigathi Gachagua is saying in various functions that is being, be it in churches or any other political function that he has been to, and what he has been, what even the people around him have been echoing as far as the current situation of the country is concerned. But before I do so, kindly, if this is the first time you're watching my videos, I want to thank you so much, and please subscribe and comment and give you a like after finishing watching this video. I always enjoy reading your comments. Whichever the comment it is, I'll always read and react to it positively. Actually, some of them I'm going to do right here on this channel, so please make sure that you engage me so that we can be able to go far together. My number is in my bio. You can always check my number there and talk to me in case you have something you need to share in person. Now let me dive into the topic today. Now, Rigathi Gachagua, there are so many reasons as to why he was removed from office by impeachment. But slowly, I'm seeing a different Rigathi Gachagua that I think most of you are also seeing. I'm taking it from this point that Rigathi Gachagua, when he was deputy president, he could be having a contrary opinion to William Ruto's some of the policies, but always presented them either the cabinet or directly to William Ruto. Why am I saying so? Lately, Rigathi Gachagua is talking about William Ruto. Actually, even before then, Rigathi Gachagua, before he was impeached, used to use functions, one of the forums that the only thing he did is the the President William Ruto to keep off the Finance Bill 2024. It was even said by one of the lieutenants at Gakuyo of Rigathi Gachagua that the mistake Rigathi Gachagua has done is to talk about the impunity that is within the Finance Bill 2024. So Rigathi Gachagua, in some of the sentiments that he has been making, he has been saying some things that are very critical for this nation. And could he have said these things before the impeachment, probably the power and the strength of Rigathi Gachagua could have been far much better. Because one thing that we have to agree Rigathi Gachagua was lacking is the national outlook, the national support, okay, that most of the leaders, particularly at the presidency level, should be having. So one of the things that Rigathi Gachagua is saying is this. He's telling the country, first of all, to pray for President William Ruto, which is ideal. And that is actually showing some spiritual maturity, where you wish each other best. Of course, you might know very well that it is not well intended. That's just a political speech. But it's something to say as a politician, because the national unity is very important. So Rigathi Gachagua is talking on very simple and important things for this country. One of them is saying that as we speak right now, the economy is not doing well. And that is a concern for all Kenyans. I wish Rigathi Gachagua could have championed this before the impeachment. He's saying that President William Ruto is not bringing on measures that are making the economy better, and neither is he doing anything so far to change the economy of this country that is hurting most of the Kenyans. Rigathi Gachagua has gone ahead to talk about the issues to do the high taxation. High taxation is one of the things that we've been championing and saying that we should not be having it in this country. Kenyans have been crying about it all over on social media. Youths of this country went to the streets simply because of the high taxation. For those who have forgotten that we had Finance Bill 2023 and 2024, and when 2024 came, the youth of this country said no to it, not because they hated taxation, but because of overtaxation and no development. So Rigathi Gachagua is simply echoing the interest of the Kenyan monarchy. As we speak right now, we have so many problems that are affecting the country, and one of the major ones is the SHIF and NHIF shift. As we speak right now, there's no president, there's no leader of that level that has come out strongly to oppose or even talk about the SHIF and NHIF that right now is making most of the Kenyans' life horrible. But Rigathi Gachagua has come out to say that the health sector is failing. is failing simply because of the introduction of the chief without proper frameworks to ensure that there is a proper transition from NHIF to chief. That is the language that we needed from Rigathi Gachagua just before the impeachment. I wish you could have done that before. But nevertheless, based on my observation, that what Gachagua is saying, that is going to be the serious and the opposition that we need in this country. If Gachagua is going to succeed the issue of impeachment to be withdrawn, or whichever way that is going to ensure that impeachment does not affect his future political ambitions, and then he sticks to this language that he's talking about, the issues to do with the healthcare that is failing in this country, the issues to do with high school fees, the issue to do with high taxation, the issue to do with the cost of living. Therefore, he's going to take over the opposition in this country by storm. He's going to oppose strongly, and that is what the Kenyans are supposed to hear from such a person. However, I want to admit it here that just before the impeachment stories started, Rigathi Gachagua had transformed immensely. The only thing that he had not done, he had not left going to Mount Kenya, which is normal with any other leader. If any leader decides to go back to his home several times to build his base, that is normal, because every leader right now in this country had first gone to his home, build his base, and then got outside. But now Rigathi Gachagua, among the things that you can accuse him probably is not moving to other country and championing for the rights, ensuring that some of the things that he is championing in the mountain region have also been effective in other regions in this country. But he changed tremendously, because the Gachagua we had in 2022, just after they had won, was very bitter with Uhuru Kenyatta, was very bitter with some leaders in this country. So whenever he spoke, he was always castigating some of these leaders. Later on, transformed, actually even said in some forums that if you observe him in the past 10 months, he has completely changed. He's a man of few words. So basically, that is who he was before he was impeached. Rigathi Gachagua changed his tone. He stopped the asira he used to have, and actually even despite he had made some of the shareholding utterances, he recently stopped the utterances completely, and now he was transforming to become a leader, a better one in this country. And I strongly feel that that is the threat that William Ruto saw in him, that if this gentleman transforms from being the leader he was, careless, abusive, actually careless even to the feelings of the Kenyans who did not care about other regions, then that means he was going to be a dangerous threat back in 2027 and come 2027 and most of the Mount Kenya people are going to support and listen to him, and a united mountain is a scary mountain to William Ruto. So therefore, in a nutshell, I want to say that William Ruto enjoyed so much to listen to the Gachagua who was constantly fighting Uhuru Kenyatta, constantly being careless about what he's saying, who was constantly visiting the mountain and speaking the mountain support only. So William Ruto did not want this guy to transform, because the moment he transforms, he becomes a threat coming in 2027. I've always said in most of my videos that Rigathi Gachagua, if he could have managed to unite the mountain while in power, then William Ruto was going to have trouble in 2027, because the scorecard will be very clear. Tell us first what you've done and give us a contract, maybe an MOU or some agreement to ensure that at least the government has delivered for the people of Kenya in the mountain, or in any way ensure that at least what the Rigathi Gachagua was benefited come 2032. So therefore, in simple terms, the transformation of Rigathi Gachagua is one of the reasons as to why he was impeached. But that is my opinion. Kindly, if this is the first time you're watching our videos, please once again make sure to subscribe, like and comment, and also my number is on my bio. You can always check and interact with me. See you next time.